Ladies and gentlemen, it's TJ Shoemaker here, and welcome back to another episode of the Are You Relevant Talk Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank every single one of you for all the support and the gratitude that you show to our videos, to our live streams, and most importantly, our podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about, so let's get started. We have one of Pro Wrestling's most uprising stars, a pro wrestler who has just uh, accomplished something huge at the final OPRW Storm pay-per-view, a pro wrestler that is currently cementing his legacy in the community right now. We have the one and only Senior Dillion. Senior, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. What about you? How are you doing today?
I can't complain, big dog. I just did a live stream. It was pretty damn good, and I can't
I
complain.
saw it. You had a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
you were breaking character and stuff.
Yeah, they had me going, man. They had me going.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
But senior, let's get straight into it, big dog. My first question I
All
have
right.
for you: you obviously are a GMT star, and I know that sometimes being GMT or different time zones could have a huge amount of constraints because it's hard for you to show up at certain times at feds, and it's just overwhelming sometimes. So how do you, as a GMT row wrestler, deal with that?
Oh, lately I've been also like accused of cheating. People say that my excuse to like not get caught is that I'm GMT. Well, I've been in this community for how many years? 3 years maybe. I'm a new gen. Like I didn't even know in the first place what GMT and EST were. Like it's just people just can't see that others get better. They just want to be they want to be the best. They don't want to see others get like better, like grow. And that's just like how I do with EST people, because the only people that are like hating on me are the EST people. When like I'm trying to make my time zone proud, like Cyan Logic or Kami or like all those people, that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. And then you have EST people who accuse me of cheating, which like that's not gonna get them far. That just gives me more how can I say it? It just gives me more entertainment. So yeah, that's my answer to your question.
So you did mention that was actually a question that I was going to talk about. People have been accusing you of being a cheater in the pro wrestling community, and they said that the reason for you, or the excuse that you use, is that you are GMT, which obviously means that you might deal with a lot of negativity. So how do you manage negativity?
I just laugh at them. I just tell them that they can't accept that I'm getting better, that I'm better than them. It's
Hmm.
just that like everybody gets accused, everybody grows, like everybody gets better. So me getting accused, like it doesn't affect me with anything. It just makes me laugh even more.
Absolutely, but that also could play a huge role in how people, the perception of how people view you, because you got so many people constantly trying to um, bash on your name that could, create some type of
Yeah.
controversy when people are trying to make a perception of you.
Yes, but I have been clear. Like I got cleared today. I'm not gonna say the names, but I got cleared today. Got cleared 1 month ago, 2 times in January, and I still get accused of cheating just because I beat somebody who is their friend. Like everybody in this community is friends with each other, and if they like, like they see that their friend is better and you beat their friend, they just think you're cheating. And that's just not what's happening in this case because I'm obviously not a cheater. I made a dumb mistake back in June or July, I don't know. And the biggest mistake I made in my whole career.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't really like it wouldn't do anything.
That's fair. That's fair. Another huge thing that many people know about your career is that you are currently under the name of Ridge Dillon. Of course, you are Senior Dillon. So, how has that affected your career, being under the name of someone as prominent and
It
as
gave me it gave me a
significant?
lot of momentum.
Hmm.
Like all love to Ridge. I love Ridge. I like met him before he even left the community because he said, "Yeah, sure, you can join. Why not?" Uh, then I later on knew that he wanted to make an army, but see, like me and Chris are the only person in Dillion right now,
Hmm.
and we're not like thinking to make a whole clan, a whole gang until Rich comes back. So Chris has full how do I say it? Like my English is bad. I'm really sorry. Full perms over Dillion. He chooses like what goes on and what stuff like that.
Hmm.
And what I'm trying to do here is carry Ridge's Dillion. Did you see the joke? No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm trying to like carry Ridge uh his name
Uh-huh.
on my back, so people know me later as Ridge. No, as senior. Whoa, as Senior Dillion, and that I'll be a proud like someone who is GMT, but also made a EST clan proud.
Mm. But that was a huge thing that you did mention when I was asking you. You said that you do want it to be remembered as one of the best GMTers around. Do you believe that you're currently on that path? Do you believe that, or what's your mindset now? Like, do you believe that you're fulfilling that dream?
I can't really say that I reached like the limit because there's like other GMT stars above me. I'm definitely like a rising star uh, on becoming one of the best and also becoming one of the best GMT ones.
What would that mean to you if you were to become the best GMTer around? And not only you knowing that you're the best GMTer, but like majority, if not the entire community, knows. Like, if they hear the name Senior Dylan, they'd be like, "Oh my God, that's the best GMTer." So, what would that like mean to you if you were to make that happen?
That would make me happy. That would like show me that I accomplished my goal because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to uh like yeah, I'm just trying to create my own legacy at the same time, but also carry Dillion on my back.
Mm,
It just like it would make myself proud, and I would make Rich proud.
that's all, man. Speaking of making Ridge proud and joining clans in general. And this is a huge thing that I talk to a lot of different people about. Do you believe that um, joining a faction is necessary for a role wrestler that's trying to come up and make a
I
name?
mean, it depends if they're like. See, I wasn't even a rising. I wasn't even this good when I joined Dillion. I just got trips and ticks. Trips. Like I just got tips from here, a bit from there, a bit from here, a bit from I don't know. The sword fighting community. Um, but uh, it's like you're gonna get better eventually, but if you're like willing to become known, I would say make your own name first. That's what I did. Like when I was starting to get noticed, I was like joining Fusion, Darien. Now I'm in Dillion. That's like how I did it. I was like trying to become a top star, like become known, and then join. Well, that's my advice actually. Well, that would be my advice for you if you're willing to join a clan.
Mm, that's interesting. So, another thing about your role wrestling career so far. is that you were a very uprising star in IPWE. Of course, at the time that we're recording this video, IPWE recently has gone on hiatus due to various reasons. But
Yeah.
a superstar that you were going to face this Saturday, which was today, was going to be Jarko, and you were going to face off to determine who would enter the Intercontinental Championship triple threat at IPWE Backlash. But now, since that's on a hiatus, what was your thoughts on the match? Did you think you had it in the bag? Did you? What was going through your mind?
I mean, Jarko is obvious. Jarko is obviously like way more experienced than me. He's been in this community longer than me, but I think that if I had my focus on it on the match, I could win. And if I did win that match, like it was an important match for me because it would get me to IPWE Backlash for the Intercontinental Champion. But also it would uh like I'm in my opinion, Jarko is the number one GMT star right now.
Hmm.
Like if I beat him at IPWE, it would show me that I could possibly be named in the top five GMT stars of the modern era. And I'm like really sad that he got canceled, like on hiatus.
Yeah. And that's an interesting claim you made that that Jarko is the the top GM tier right now, and that beating him would put you in that conversation of the top five GM tiers. Do you believe that that's a match we could potentially see sometime this year?
Yeah, definitely this year because I feel like I'm going on places right now. I'm not trying to glaze myself or anything. Uh, but it could definitely happen. Yeah, that's it. It could be a 5-star match actually.
Speaking of
To
5-star
be,
matches,
yeah.
do you believe, or speaking of 5-star matches, is there anyone that you personally, like a dream match that you might have, or just someone that you've always wanted to face?
My dream match,
Yeah, we'll be Senior Dillon's dream match.
it will probably be against Ridge himself,
Oh,
or
mentor
yeah,
versus student.
yeah, it would probably be that match. But if I couldn't choose Ridge, it would probably be what's his uh Tommy
To who?
Tommy Tommy Logic.
Oh, okay. That's a huge name right there.
This GMT like
Mm,
you see it.
that's interesting. Is Dylan like is that the final clan you're gonna be in, or like let's just say you got an offer from,
Depends from where. It really depends for me from where I get the offer.
but you are
Like
potentially willing to leave Dylan to go to a new clan.
well, see, like as we as we all know, Ridge is like he's retired. I don't know if there's a chance of him coming back. I haven't heard anything like that. But I do think uh that well wait, you fell off. Could you like say the question again? Sorry.
You're good. I said, do you think there's a
Let me put you.
like if you were offered another clan offer, is there a
Oh
possibility
yeah,
that
yeah,
it?
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're,
I would probably because Ridge is retired right now. I would probably join if I see they're like training every day. They're actually helping their members to get better. Because I need training. I want to like my goal this year is to be at least become like a big name, become a threat.
hmm, to become a threat. So there is a possibility that we could see Senior Dylan go to a new clan if
If
the correct um, offer is made.
it's active and like yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you have any potential clans out there that you'd be interested in joining?
Probably Morton, but Mike is also inactive, but he trains his students a lot.
Mm-hmm. Morgan. Okay, okay, okay. Um,
Yeah.
for some people who don't know, you obviously main evented the final OPR Storm pay-per-view for the Storm Championship, which is major
Yeah,
for your
in
career.
March.
You were in a gauntlet match with a variety of different pro wrestlers. Um, and that's huge. That's some huge publicity for your career. So congratulations on that. But how did that match make you feel?
I was, that I just came off of like I was done with school. I was like, uh, on my way to my home, and I like looked on my Discord because every like, I always look on my Discord after school to see if there's anything happening. If they're like, like stuff like that. And I suddenly got a message from Justino saying, "Do you want to be in the Storm uh championship #1 contender casino gauntlet?" I said I was like confused because he didn't offer me title shots like this, but I was like, yeah, sure, let me get the shot. When I was fighting in the match, was like pretty shaky. I had zero motivation. I thought I was gonna lose because everybody in there was a threat to me. But it turned out that if you just have the confidence that you can win, that's how I won. I had confidence, but I also had people teaching me how to like play better and stuff.
So how does an accomplishment like that, like that's a huge accomplishment to call yourself the final, or not necessarily final, but to call yourself the winner of the final OPRW Storm, um, at the OPRW, the final OPRW Storm pay per view. How does that make you feel? Like that's a huge accolade to have.
It makes myself feel proud. It makes me feel like I've already accomplished my goal, which I didn't. But if I win the Storm title and I win a few major titles after that, I would probably say I've reached my goal. It like made me really proud. Yeah, I still don't have any words to like say, but it was just so big for me. Like it gave me momentum.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's just basically it. Cause I can't say much since I still got to fight for the title.
That's true. That's true. So, what is the final goal? A lot of various pro wrestlers have different goals. Some want to win a certain title. Some want to fight a certain opponent. So, what is the final goal? A goal that you have a goal that you have for yourself that um, is something that you have set for yourself, and when you do this, you know that you have solidified your career in pro wrestling.
I wanna like be known at the end of this year. Cause I wanna be known like when they talk about GMT. Oh yeah, Sign Logic, Kami, Senior Dillion. That's how I want to. That's my goal. For that to for it to make it happen, I gotta go through a lot. I gotta grow. I gotta win some titles. I gotta do a bit of that, a bit of this.
Mm. A bit of that, a bit of the senior. Do you? 'Cause a lot of people have made this claim. They said that the pro wrestling community is fading away, that it's dying, that it's getting worse, and because of the cheating and everything that's going on, that it's just getting, you know, too much to handle, overwhelming. Do you personally believe that the pro wrestling community is dying?
I'm 50-50 on that. I think like it's fun. Uh, cause for me, like before I joined Raw Wrestling, my life was boring in the night. Cause every federation I go to hosts in the night. But because of Raw Wrestling, it made it more fun. Like each year, it became more. How do I say it? It became more toxic. Like toxic, toxic, toxic. Each year, we like there was e-dating. They started going out of hand with e-dating and all of that. But it is like with the new Roblox update, I think it's fading away, yeah. Because some people can't even communicate, even though they're like, I don't know, wanting call a spike or stuff like that.
And what do you think as a community that we could do? What initiatives, what steps, what actions could we take to help reduce cheating and help bring the community back to its former glory?
I would, I don't know whoever got time for this, but um my solution for it is if everybody just get PC checked, like
Hmm.
they just go in a like some developer makes a game, you join and like it shows all the activities on your PC. If you have any cheats, what you used on Roblox and stuff like that. And but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I hope it will, because it would save the community. But this community is definitely like full with cheaters.
And a community that is filled with cheaters obviously creates a sense of uncomfortability. It creates a sense of, so many people wanting to leave and just completely uh, part ways with the community in general. So, I mean, as a pro wrestler, you obviously feel a certain way about that. How does that personally make you feel to see a community that you love, a hobby, an activity that you enjoy just fade away?
It actually breaks my heart because I met a lot of people on this community, like in this community. But it's also that most of the people are either a pedophile or can I say that?
Yeah, of
Can,
course, of course.
or yeah, like a pedophile or they're a cheater or they're really old. And then you got them like being grown adults against people like me. I'm 15 right now. And like you got people like I'm not gonna drop names, but they're just like kinda ruining new chances because big federations, yeah, sure, they book big pro wrestling stars. But they should also like make new rising stars. They should make stars themselves. That's what I think. But sometimes it's pretty annoying to know that the community is like that.
Mm. Senior, you've stated that you've been around the community a couple of years now. How long do you think you have left in the community?
I'm 15. I got a lot of years left. Look at ZE Zane what's it again? Zane Ethan? Yeah,
Yes.
Zane Ethan. Look at him. He's literally 22 or something and he's still around. I think the most like what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna retire at either 18 or 19. I'm not going like way further than that because that's just gonna ruin your life. That's just gonna ruin your social life.
Well, there's two questions to that because number one, people said the exact statement that you've said where they want to retire at 18 or 19 or whatever, and then they turn 18 or 19 and they're still around. So, do you really think that when that time comes, you actually um, will hang up the boots, or do you believe that there is a possibility that you could be influenced to stay around?
I'm definitely gonna stay around like around 3 or 4 years,
Hmm.
but it's either like I get demotivated really quickly, and if that happens, I always tell myself, "Yo, I'm just gonna quit this year. Like this year is not my year. I'm just gonna quit." And then all of a sudden, I just get that vibe back again, and I just want to keep going and keep achieving my goal.
Hmm. How does losses affect you? Because a lot of people cope with it in different ways. You have some people who lose and they threaten and they curse and they do all these negative things. You have other people that just take it like a man and swallow their pill. like a man, you have tons of ways that people cope with losing their matches, especially big time matches, matches where they're in front of, you know, tens and twenties and thirties, 40s, 50s, et cetera, of people. So how does losses affect you?
Hey, sometimes I handle it like a man, sometimes I handle it like a boy. So today, at the federation, the spike got called for my opponent, so I also spiked, but they didn't want to review my clip. But then it's just that sometimes you can't always get what you want. You gotta accept it. I just like a few minutes ago or 1 hour ago, I was at OPRW. Me and Elliot Gargano, we beat two teams to come to the final one, and I got beat by Alash Strickland and Reap Ryzen. They're like big stars. That's how I take it as a man if I'm knowing that I'm not gonna win from them. Like they're also like way more experienced than me. They're just better than me, and I wanna be like reach their level.
Mm, I feel that. I feel that. So here's a controversy that you had a couple of weeks ago was, of course, with uh, my co-host Miggy Ryder. And I want you to walk us through that because I wasn't aware that you two had Twitter beef until actually a few hours ago. So what happened with y'all two? What happened with that?
Wait, you fell off. What did you say?
Recently I was told that you and Miggy Sage, Miggy Ryjan, y'all had like
Oh,
Twitter
we are
beef.
good now.
Okay,
We are good now.
okay, that's good. That's good because I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, that's in the past.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Another thing that people don't know about you, Singer, is that you are currently in a faction with Caden Jersey at OPRW.
Oh, yeah.
So walk us through that. How does that feel?
Oh, um, it's just Caden Jersey, man. Do I even gotta explain it? The man just gets whatever he wants. He's the most feared man in this community,
How does that
and
feel?
like
Like being in a faction, in a group, in
I
this
get
like organization with Caden. And like you said, he's one of the most feared men in this community. So how does that, play a role in your career?
I mean, um, didn't really do anything. Well, it did like give me OPRW factions. Like it gave me the chances. Um, but it's nice working with Caden. He gets all the creativity that he wants. He like creates his own story, and that's just what I love. Cause let's say I want him to like uh I DM him right now, yo, Caden, could we maybe like burn the whole arena on fire? He would get that to actually happen. It's just an example, by the way. He would
Mhm.
get that to actually happen. He has full creativity over his whole career at OPRW, and I'm a part of that, so it's actually pretty nice.
Do you think when you do submit your legacy and you actually do become the pinnacle, the pillar, the top dog of GMT in World Wrestling, do you think we could see a faction that you, or not a faction, but a clan that you start in World Wrestling? Is that something you
No,
thought about?
plans are never in my mind. Plans are never in my mind.
Wow.
Starting one, definitely not.
Mm, okay, that's interesting. Why'd you say that?
I feel like for like when I joined this community, uh, I was being mean to everybody because I couldn't accept my loss.
Hmm.
And most of them people, they're just like trolling with me or they just hate me. They don't mess with me and stuff. and I think it's gonna continue like that. But uh, I just don't want to start a clan. I'm too lazy for it to like keep DMing people each day.
That's fair. That's fair. One of your names that you went by in IPWE, and that I'm assuming you go by in various other fits, was the Silent Killer. Um, was that a name that you chose for yourself, or that?
No, that just got made up. That just got made up.
Oh, do you like that name, or is that something like that's a part of you now, or?
Uh, it's kind of too basic. I go by the Protojonist.
Oh, okay.
My bad. My bad.
Was that something that you made up?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was in the 2K community. Like in that community, they're like pretty creative with attires, with characters. So I just asked someone, and they just gave me that name. They gave me the meaning of saying it's a dragon. I just added a little bit of my own, making it like a royal dragon, like a king and a dragon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Senior, I got just a few more questions for you, big dog. What has been your personal favorite match that you've had so far?
Uh, it's probably my top two of this year, like 2026. My second one is me versus Sin. I almost made a comeback. I greened him. He was the one to get on top. That's also when I joined Caden. Um, and my first one got to be the Storm Casino Gauntlet, cause that everybody was like in shock that I won, cause people were teaming on me, and I yet still somehow won.
Yeah, that was dude. I was there for that match. That was an amazing match. I really enjoyed watching that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Senior, my final two questions for you is if you could say a message that the entire community, let's just say the entire community were to hear this message, what is that message? What is something that you want the entire community to know, or just something in general that you want to state?
Uh, talk less and train more. That's what I would say.
Talk less and train more. That's a quote right there. We're gonna have to make that a clip. I like that. Talk less, less and train more. Mm. Sayer, my final question for you tonight, big dog. My final question. With the past years that you've been in this community and all the different things you've seen, the opponents that you faced, the matches that you've been in, the feds that you have attended, who has been your toughest opponent and why?
Oh, that. Whoa. Okay. Let me think. It's either gonna be uh, I forgot the dude's name. It's definitely Sin was definitely one of my greatest opponents.
Hmm.
It was actually like pretty fun fighting him. So like me and Sin, we were friends. We were friends during the whole feud. I was like, yeah, this is my first ever Storm feud. I should make this work. I was going on Twitter. I was role playing with him, saying that he's horrible. He said I'm horrible. We like kept talking to each other,
Hmm.
and it was just like pretty nice to do that stuff with him, and now and eventually fight him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard a lot of great things about Sin.
yeah.
He's an amazing person, has an incredible alliance.
He's also a rising star.
Yeah, he is also a rising star. He has an incredible alliance, an incredible Fed. That's cool. Sayer, we we at Are You Relevant? Oh wait, there's one more thing I gotta ask you. Just one more thing. Senior,
Oh,
you
yeah.
already know
Yeah.
the question. It's in the name. Senior Dylan, are you relevant?
Can I curse?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, I'm relevant. I'm the most relevant out of everybody.
Uh oh
I'm the
now.
fucking goat.
Uh oh
I'm I'm
now.
I'm fucking I'm fucking relevant. Bro, who are these random jobbers on this channel? It's made for senior Dillion. Like
Wow. That's that's
I'm
some
just playing. I love everybody.
yeah, we don't worry, Senior. We got you, big dog. But ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
definitely relevant.
yes, sir, absolutely. You have um, achieved some huge milestones, some huge accolades. You have been in some incredible matches, some incredible fights. You attended some huge fits. So shout out to you, Senior Dylan. We at Are You Relevant, we thank you so much for joining us today. We thank you so much for giving us your time. I sincerely apologize about um because originally this was supposed to happen like 3 days ago, but I was busy
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, that's on me. But Senior, we thank you for joining us in today's podcast. If you guys did enjoy, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And your boy TJ Shoemaker will see you guys on the next one. Peace out for now.